So I've had this um, thought in my head for a while that I wanted to share. I'm sorry I keep playing with my hair. I can't. This is hard to keep my hands off my head. I'll just do this the whole time. I feel like we live in a world now where if you disagree with someone, that's it. Like you can't be friends, you can't talk anymore. Like the minute there's conflict, it's over. And I don't feel like that's the way that it should be. I think that you can disagree, you can get your feelings hurt or hurt somebody's feelings, and you can have a conversation about it and you can move on. There's a whole chapter in the book called Conflict Conversations, and they suck. It's not fun to be in conflict with someone, but you have to deal with it. I mean, I feel like that's part of the reason we talk about other people behind their backs is we're frustrated with them, but we don't want to go, for some reason, don't want to go straight to them to solve the problem because maybe it's uncomfortable. And the election is bringing it up too, because I have friends that are Republican, I have friends that are Democrats, and everybody's getting all because it's coming up. But everybody has their priorities in life, and if you have a friend whose priority is the amount of time that she spends with you, and that's how she feels like you're good friends, and you ditched her and went to do something else, and she's hurt, have a conversation about it and listen honestly to her, and understand and figure it out. And if you don't want to spend more time with her, then fine, don't. But understand where she's coming from. I mean, in marriage, in relationships, you have to be able to screw up and talk about it, forgive each other, and move on. It's the same in any kind of relationship, friendships, parents, boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage, all of that stuff. You can't just throw in the towel every time there's a conflict. You have to talk it out, and you have to be able to argue well. And I think a lot of people are not good at that. I used to not be good at that. I used to just fly off the handle and say stupid things and get all dramatic and storm out of the room, and that doesn't do anything. It doesn't solve the problem. So I think part of growing up is learning how to argue, and learning how to argue well. It doesn't mean screaming. It doesn't mean insulting people. It doesn't mean calling names. It means, what's your deal? Okay, now here's my deal. How are we going to figure this out? Okay, now we figured it out. Let's get on with it. Just conflict doesn't mean you can't be friends with someone or you can't forgive. Disagreeing doesn't mean you can't be friends. It's something to remember during election season. The end.